We're now with Brian Hayes and Marty Biron. And guys, the Canadiens are dead last in save percentage, so they've decided to call up top prospect goaltender Jacob Fowler. And Hayes, Martin St. Louis says this isn't out of desperation, but do you agree with him?
No, I'm not agreeing. I'm not agreeing with Marty St. Louis. I do think there is
it looks a little desperate.
Significant levels of desperation, but guess what? You have to be desperate at this point because these two goaltenders that you've been relying on, they can't make saves. Like, they're really playing poorly. Dolbish obviously had a really good start to the year. He is faded. Montembeault has not been good at any point this season. So if you're in Montreal, you're in the hunt, right? You feel like you've got a good enough team here, Marty, and their plan, because Marty St. Louis did say this is about a plan and we're going to execute a plan. I don't believe for a second they wanted to call up a 21-year-old goaltender before the new year. I'm not convinced they wanted him up at any point this year unless it was injury related. It's not. This is about the pros not playing well. So, yes, it's about desperation. That doesn't mean necessarily it's the wrong play, though.
No, exactly. I think it's a good, desperate move by the Montreal Canadiens. And look, there's a lot of people that say, oh, you're going to risk Jacob Fowler's development. I don't care. Like, if he's the better option right now, you got to go with him. And Jacob Fowler was a stud at every level right from the get-go. College, first year, starter, he's great. American Hockey League, he's in Laval first year, even when he was there last year. I have no problem that he is qualified to be better than what is happening right now, but I'm not worried about development. But I will say, like you, Hayes, is that, look, if everything was going well with the Canadiens, they wouldn't have to worry about, oh, do we call up Jacob Fowler? Do we call up Capo Kakinen? What's going on with our goaltending? It's not going well right now, and it is affecting the whole team. They're not scoring goals right now. Their identity to score goals because they're so worried about how to play defensively and what's going on in the crease. So it's a good, desperate move because everybody needs a spark right now in Montreal, and Jacob Fowler might be able to bring that spark to the team.
He just might. He could stick at 21 years old. You've also got Jacob Fowler, who's 24 years old. And then Sam Montembeault, he's 29 years old. He was on Canada's Four Nations team not that long ago. Marty, what do you think the Habs' long-term plan should be in goal right now?
Well, the plan should be to try everything that is possible to get Samuel Montembeault back and running. And I know they've tried to put him back in the games. They've tried to maybe give him a game off or 2 games off and get him back in there. But right now I almost feel like they should shut him down for a week, maybe even until Christmas. You say, hey, listen, just practice, go back to the basics because he's all over the place. His angles are off. He's guessing on shots. But that is the guy that you gave the contract. That's one of the better goalies in the National Hockey League when you look at the last couple of years in goal save above expectations. But this year it's been terrible. He's bottom 5 in the league now. So give him all the time he needs, all the practice time he needs, because you need to get Montembeault going again. That should be the plan, the #1 priority right now for Montreal.
Yeah, and you mentioned long-term plan. I'm looking at this through the lens of about 4 months, 4.5 months. If you're in Montreal right now, how do you make the playoffs? And how do you take advantage of an Atlantic division where almost every team, probably every team, is dealing with their own fires, right? You can go through it. Ottawa's, they're in a dark place right now. Florida's been in a dark place. Prior to Tampa doing what they did at the Bell Center last night, they were in a dark place. Toronto's coming out of it. Who knows if that will stay consistent? So if I'm in Montreal, if I'm Marty St. Louis, if I'm Kent Hughes, Jeff Gordon ownership, I'm saying, how do we get in the playoffs? How do we take advantage of a watered-down Atlantic division? And I think Marty and Sarah, the team that's going to do it, that's going to likely end up winning the division or certainly finish with a top 2 seed in home ice in the first round, is goaltending. That's how you're going to separate. No one's going to finish with 110, 115 points. Who can find the right goaltending mix to get you across the finish line? That's the priority in Montreal right now.
Yeah, goaltending is kind of a mess across the country right now. I mean, along with the Habs, you've got the Sens and Oilers with the bottom 3 teams in the league with the worst save percentage. And then none of those are the team with the worst goals against average. That would be the Canucks.